has being a mother shifted any perspectives or like kind of, shifted anything in you in the way that you view things?
I think it reinforced I can't be in control of everything. Yeah. It just reinforced it. And I didn't realize how much of a stress head I was. Like, because I think I definitely have depressive tendencies, but I didn't know I had anxious tendencies. Just I think like mom anxiety is so real, mom guilt, like lots of feelings. I think it invokes a lot of like feelings in you. Yeah, I think it just like really reinforces the fact that you can't control everything. You have to let go. You really do have to let go, and you have to realize that the child, although he is under my care, he is not actually mine, he's God's.
Wow, yeah.
And actually as it's hard to let that go because you like want him so bad. Like I want him to be mine. And I think you can feel that way about everything, my career, my girlfriend, boyfriend, my wife, whatever, like my friends, you know, my son. But he's not. He's actually all God's. And it's hard to let go, but once you actually do, it's so freeing. Because you're like, oh, okay, low-key God's problem. But
that's true.
It frees you to enjoy it more, frees you to recognize like, oh, I have my purpose to live and I'm going to just disciple him to know his purpose. Like that's actually my role. I'm supposed to just partner with God to lead him. It's not my job. And
I really love that because not only does that apply to motherhood, but in so many other areas.
Exactly.
Like, I was going to ask you, but you kind of answered it. Like, you know, how do you reach that place? And I think, as you said, like when you can truly learn to let go, like you just have so much more joy when it comes to these things. Because I guess it comes out of like, part of it is like fear. It's kind of like, you know, what if I lose my kid or what if this XYZ happens to him? But then it's like, you know, I guess. I
think you have to come down to like the heart of it, right? Which is like what, you know, when you're fearful of losing your kid or whatever, like fearful of losing your job, your friends, your family, all of these things. When you come down to the heart of it, it's actually like, oh, maybe I like put so much of myself in this thing. My identity is wrapped up in this thing. And that's when you have to go, oh, but my identity is supposed to be a child of God first and foremost. And that's when you have to do the work. And I think I also hear people saying like, how do I just let go? How do you just do it? And hey, it's not like an overnight thing. I think it's a journey that you have to acknowledge like and commit to and say, God, I'm committed to, and I acknowledge I need to go on this journey with you. I'm actually going to take my role as a child of God seriously. First and foremost, that's the priority. And it's going to be very countercultural because everything in you is going to tell you to hold on to that thing. But you have to sit down and do the work with God. And I think in that you will find letting go very, very easy, very, very naturally, super organic to like, God, it's all yours. I surrender everything. But then you somehow gain it all back. Not in the way that you think, but you gain so much from it. Yeah.
And I think like, just to add that before we move on, I think it's just the whole thing of like, you know, the Lord gives and he takes away, right? It's like every good thing comes from the Lord. And so, like at the end of the day, as you said, I think some people might struggle to have that perspective that this child that they've been blessed with or that they gave birth to is like given by God, you know? And I think that's a challenging thing to wrestle with. But when you realize that, it's a lot easier to let go. And it doesn't mean you avail your responsibility, but the worry and the fear diminishes. It loses its power, I guess.
Of course, exactly. And that's what I mean with like the mom. I mean, I acknowledge this in parents, like in general. Dads probably don't feel it as much. It's different. It's a different feeling. I don't know what a dad feels like. I know what a mom feels like. But the mom anxiety and guilt, that all stems from your own issues, honestly. Like, and I mean, no parent is perfect. Oh my gosh. Like it's so crazy. So I was telling someone yesterday, I feel like I'm an imposter.
Yeah.
Like I'm 26. I feel like I'm 16. I feel like I'm a teen mother.
Yeah.
I feel like a teen mom, but
why do you feel that way?
because I think you just feel like you have to be a certain someone to be a mom, to be a certain someone, to be in a position you're in. But you are you, and you don't. I had to come to the realization that you are you. You cannot be someone else. You are supposed to do what God has made you to do, your certain style, your certain flavor. And so That's me true. As a mom, I just also had to let go, I'm just going to be me.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to be me, I have to really do the work with God. Like that's actually true discipleship. You don't tell someone how to do it. They actually watch you. And so you got to look after yourself in a most responsible way, not like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
Yeah.